tipped, and they get it back. And that one's good. And so here's Kansas.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level. And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Jordan in at point guard, and it's Gaines in at the 5 spot. The Jayhawks shooting their first free throws of the night. And the Jayhawks do a great team decided. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
So on the floor for UCLA, they've got Campbell. Free out there with Fresh, and it's Robertson at the pivot spot manning the middle. Kansas trails by 5. Outside Jordan. Duncan outside. Back to Jordan. Unloads from 9. Nice jump shot. Good. Jordan's got 5.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Frazier, he's checked in for the Jayhawks. Irving's checked in for UCLA. Porter comes in for Fresh. Here's Looney. They set the pick. The screen from Campbell. Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Passes it to Campbell. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. And another miss by UCLA.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton also coming out of Westwood.
Pull up Jay. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Looney's got his first 2 points. Jordan with it. He's got 7.
Move the ball. Stick it to him.
And the shot is good. Jordan's got 9 points.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's the screen. Pass to Campbell. Back to Irving. The shot is off.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. You're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Dishes it to Porter. Lets it go from 14. And it's blocked by Jordan. Jordan, he's in at the point. Oubre out there with Frazier. Then there's Duncan. And it's Gaines in at the 5, roaming the paint. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Here's Looney. Frazier covering. Here's Campbell. There's the pass to Free. He kicks it to Porter. Second chance shot. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And UCLA leads by 3.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that.
And the Jayhawks also making a change. Jordan, he's checked in for Lee. 1:43 left in the second half.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Looking at the game for Jordan, he has 9 points and a block. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Roberts can't get it to go.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Pass to Fresh. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That couldn't have gone better for him. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off in style, and I like that type of aggressiveness.
And I gotta say it, Clark, I didn't expect them to play it that way. I mean, a great steal, and then to put the pedal to the metal. I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Jordan against Starks. They double him with Jordan. 43 seconds left here in the second half. It's tipped.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
And an intentional foul right there. Both teams deciding to change it up. Free against Jordan. 24 seconds left here in the second half. And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. Freak with the ball.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
And that misses, and no second shot coming to him this time. For the three. Rebound by Roberts. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Tries it from 19. It's good. So it's UCLA picking up the win. This was a hard... everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks and Texas.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Jordan in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Gaines in at the center, locking down the middle.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Here is Edwards, following the score by Kansas. From the arc. The shot, no good.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Turner with a screen on Jordan. Edwards can't hit. And the Jayhawks with possession. Outside Jordan. And again, it's Kansas.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Ellis outside. Pass to Edwards. And stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. It's deflected and taken away by Ellis. Edwards against Jordan. The drive by Ellis. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Terry. Jordan with it. Picked up by Ellis. Jordan kicks to Terry. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. The Jayhawks shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And it's a completely new group for Texas. Both teams making some changes here. Jayhawks leading by 7.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Jordan, he's in at the point. Oubre out there with Frazier. And it's Gaines in at the 5 spot. Here's Doherty. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And we've seen Durant go on to do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
And Jordan gets it to go.
Wow. What a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future. Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Got a piece of it. It's Jordan on the wing. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest